Hey, what's up everybody? It's Lids, and we're back for some more Pyre Community RITE Night, which means of course some good old-fashioned multiplayer Pyre, featuring first and foremost none other than the members of the RITE Club Discord server, the place for all things multiplayer Pyre. And if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining said Discord group, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. But those of you in chat, you are not off the hook. No, because you see the red circle with the white L below chat? You click on that, you'll find all the various requests you can make today, including things ranging from selecting players. Exiles, masteries, songs, arenas, even Titan Stars are all fair game. So, without further ado, let's jump into versus mode here. We'll set ourselves back to our defaults. But let me know if there's anyone who would like to get us started today, or if there's anything we'd like to request for our first match. How's it going, Core? How's it going, Camilo? How are you guys doing? And speaking of which, hold on, let me jump into said Discord group, because I was about to forget to do that. There we go. Okay, nice. Because yeah, I saw you guys have been doing a fair bit of matches, right? What was it, yesterday, if not a few days before that as well? So good to see. Good to see some more multiplayer Pyre stuffs. So how were those matches? Getting some new faces in? Wednesday and Friday. Sweet. Any secret strategies that we're now unveiling? Things we've never seen before? New team compositions that are redefining the meta? Or, you know, just standard matches, that too. Well, anyways, saw a few things from Core. Okay. Core does have a few tricks up his sleeve. That's definitely true. something glade of blue. What? Sorry? I didn't quite catch that. I'm sorry. Alright, well, if anyone would like to get in here... Oh, true. Then there's also the cairn, which is arguably just as much a preferred destination for a certain particular strategy that Core has been, well, somewhat well known for as of late. But let me know if anyone would like to get in here today, and we can start to get things going. And maybe at that point, we start talking about whether it makes sense to set up in any particular way. Can get in if no one else wants to? Well, I mean, at the moment, you are the first to lay claim to one of these spots, Core. So, let me just get Steam Friends up here. Here is Core. There we are. Okay, invite should be on its way, Core. But that does mean we're still looking for one more, if there's anyone else who's interested. Core in player one here. Granted, that is, at the moment at least. We'll see if that changes at all once we get a second person in here. Any other takers? Oh, well, yeah, I guess I'll wait to enter in Core's information until we get someone else. Camilo, sure. No worries. Why not? Let's see. Here you are. Okay. Invite... think should have just gotten sent. There we go. All right, nice. So if you guys could just confirm if Core is still player 1 and Camilo's now player 2, or, you know, maybe Remote Play decided to switch it up on us. Wouldn't rule that out either. Oh, I don't remember though. Camilo, are you on keyboard mouse or are you on controller? So I guess if you're on keyboard mouse, then it's simple, straightforward. Definitely still Core player 1.
I know Camilo can do both.
Oh, okay.
But usually, I think he prefers keyboard. Your Discord is messing up, Camilo, I think.
Yeah, I think that would... I assume that's Camilo's Discord that's unfortunately making some weird sounds. Not going through very clearly.
Okay.
Now I see his name lighting up in Discord, but nothing. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. Your voice just sounds really fuzzy, Camilo. Or really, like, distorted.
Is it like feedback? You know,
Oh, now it sounds normal. Whatever you just did, do that.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good now.
Okay. Much better. Much better.
Yeah, I'm still player 1.
Okay, perfect. Let me enter in your information now, then. Okay. So we have what? Pyre Hearts for Core and Essence for you, Camilo?
Sure.
Okay. Alright. Nice. So I suppose now we have both players in. If we want to do anything setup-wise, let us know, or, I mean, it is our first match of the day.
He's usually Fate. Can we make him Fate just because of the colors?
Oh, true. These colors might be a little bit tricky. They're kind of similar.
Fine.
Does that work?
Yeah, I'm fine with it.
Okay. Let's go Fate then. Just switch you up here as well. Let's see. There we are. Okay. Alright. So yeah, if we don't have anything in particular we're looking for here, then maybe we just keep this first one up to the players. Have them take whatever they want.
Okay.
However,
exiles, you heed the summons to the Hulk of Horus.
that is a boat.
Here you shall be tested by your adversary. Cling to whatever shred of hope you have. Pyre Hearts, stand ready. The Fate stand ready.
Alright.
The rite shall begin forthwith.
So there may not be any requests, but the arena is, well, a bit of a monkey wrench. May influence players' teams here as Core goes for some Leech on Gilman for his first choice.
Going for lore.
Okay.
I don't think it's letting me.
Oh, hold on. Let me check remote play. That is, yup. That makes sense. Now it should work.
Okay.
And you might want to check controls too.
Oh yes, I don't. Wait, hold on. Let's double check your controls real quick. Just make sure that that's what you want. Core says he's going for the canonically accurate team here, or at least with his first choice. We'll see if he goes all out on the worms. Camilo goes Speedy Jody. Wonderful. On the boat, you'll love to see it. Well, now it's Exploding Deluge, so that is 2 worms for Core. Staying true to his word thus far. As Camilo goes Wed Lanthorn Tizo.
Oh, afraid.
Well, if it's any comfort, oddly enough, the worms are actually not very good on the boat. In fact, this might be their single worst arena, despite it technically being their home arena.
Yeah, I know that. This is not necessary. Whatever.
You can use... Oh, okay, I was going to say, we do have the scribe snuffs to reset masteries if you do need to reset stuff, but we will get started here. As Camilo makes a couple of defensive plays, as Core continues to add on the pressure, but here comes Jody. A little bit of boat magic. And she plunges in for the first score here, 30 damage from that. No prayer beads from her, though, so she is now gone in this round. Tizo for Camilo. Goes for the throw. Oh, but it's off target, except banishes the defenders. Picks up the orb and plunges for 15. That means no Tizo in this round, though. Core. Through Gilman. He's banished. Core has it back now with Deluge. He explodes. Jody, only one back defensively at the moment. But she's quick enough to make the play there. Orb remains unclaimed at the moment.
And they keep coming.
Those worms, though. They do keep on coming, and on that occasion, with C-Strands active, Core gets a little more value there, 25 from the throw, rather than the usual 15. What's up, Wisty? How's it going? How are you? You are just in time for the first match of the day, and it is a random boat right. It was up to the players to take whatever teams they wanted. Core voluntarily went all worms here.
Goodbye, Edwin.
But here is Camilo. And with a speedy Jody on the boat, you can never rule that out. And honestly, the imps as well can get a lot of value out of it. Here comes Core, moving his pieces in toward Camilo's Pyre and gets the throw. It's 9 damage, but that was Core's leeching worm, so he did get a little bit of health back as well. Oh, and there is Tizo demonstrating how much the boat magic can affect the worms, or rather the imps as well. Speaking of worms, though, in the meantime, Core throws that one in for 15. There is a very speedy Tizo.
Alright.
Core, oh, shoulder smashed once again, but is still able to get a quick throw off, nonetheless.
Good.
Jody. Oh, and there's a little bit of extra boost from the boat. 30 damage on that plunge, and that is, of course, one of the strengths of Camilo's team, at least with Jody. She has a lot more damage than the worms do. But that's 14, and with some leech once again, that does start to add up. Core. Now moving in. Oh, and exploding, leaving just Jody back. Nearly jumped past her, but Jody now in possession, along with Tizo and Headwind. Oh, yep, is back there as well. So Camilo back at full strength. Oh, Camilo's stunned. Core moves in, but he's not quick enough. Headwind gets rid of it to set up the cast. And now it's Core. The throw, it's another little one, just 10 here, but it does also leech 10 Pyre Life back for Core. And he's gotten, at this point, quite a bit of value out of that.
Goodbye, Jodariel.
Ooh, Camilo nearly snuck past, but Core gets the orb, and there is the pass back to his worm friend. Little bit of Infiniworms there.
In goes the orb.
As Core gets in for 11. Was that also? No, I don't think that one was leech. But one more score from Core could do the trick. That throw looks short, though. Camilo recovers. Jody back. Headwind. Big cast. One defender left to stop him. But that's all Core needs.
Oh my.
Alas for Gilman.
Oh, great cast from Headwind there.
How fortuitous.
As Camilo Starts to move in toward Core's Pyre, but loses Jody. Tizo vanished. Camilo momentarily defenseless, but Headwind does return. Core's throw finishes the job. GG.
Pyre hearts prevail.
Good game.
It was as though the scribes themselves
The
stood by
worms.
their side.
Well played, you two.
End this night's proceedings.
Don't you say anything bad about the worms.
I'm containing myself.
The next right.
Oh, well, let us know, chat, if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. We had no requests for that one. It was just a random vote, which probably did, at least in Core's case, certainly influence the team.
It was something.
All right, let's turn off the sermon intro, though, unless, of course, that's something we'd like to re-add for this next one. And once again, if we don't have anything in mind, we could just leave it up to the players. That remains an option. Not immediately seeing anything, though. So let's get the next one started.
The Pyre hearts
Oh.
shall confront the fate.
Oh.
Welcome.
Hello there, iRunner. How's it going?
Who shall conduct the rites?
iRunner. Why have I not thought of that before? That might be the first time we've ever... Has anyone ever said that before? Why has it taken us so long to get to this point? Alright, well it is Zoxiana in the first spot for Core. Also, I'm not used to seeing the dissidence sigil next to iRotor's name. It's just, something's not quite right about it. Oh, okay. Quick throwing stowaway for Camilo. Titan Tooth on Snadra. Now that's not a common choice for her, because Shoulder Smash would usually be just a better version of that. Now it is Extra Aura for Volfred on Camilo's side. And there's the can singularity from Core. We wondered if he might break it out. We were talking about it before. And it does in fact make an appearance here.
Not paired with a worm, though.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different setup this time, so might have... it did catch me a little bit off guard, I will admit.
I gotta keep you on your toes, Lids.
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
Can't
Become
be
too predictable. Alright then, an exploding Gilman for Camilo. Alright, so here we go. There is the stowaway teleporting, only to quickly get banished though. Well shielded from Volfred there. That means he is currently the only exile on his team. Stowaway says thank you very much, but she does activate the false step.
Hello.
Intercepted. Oh, Orb inadvertently hits Camilo's Pyre, bounces back out. In fact, relatively close to Volfred. There's a whole lot going on in and around where Volfred was standing there.
Somebody get the orb.
After the dust settles, and I'm not sure that it has yet, it is Core plunging in for 20.
Now then.
the stowaway on Camilo's end, although that throw is intercepted.
What the hell?
Gilman. He's banished. Snadra retreats, brings back Saxiana. Saxiana gets a banishment, moves in toward the Pyre and plunges for 20. Oh, Honor, how's it going? Taking a nap, overslept a bit. No worries, no worries. How are you? We are in, what is this, our second match now?
Second.
We had a previous one that was a random boat match, in fact. No request, it just happened to end up there, as Core throws this one in for 16. Now we're at the cairn, obviously, and Core was mixing it up a little bit, catching us a little bit off guard with a can singularity setup, and a throw for 25 from Camilo, courtesy of Volfred. But yeah, Core did not exactly use his typical false step cairn setup this time round. But it is still can singularity. And he throws it in here for 20 with his harp this time. Getting a lot of value out of those fell swoops.
What
And
did
a
I do?
whole lot of things happening in front of Camilo's Pyre right now. As is often the case with these false step, sacred bond type teams. Eventually, Core finds his way through here, plunging for 20. It does mean Camilo is on just 4 Pyre life, although I believe there is 10 rekindling coming from Volfred. There is Saxiana taking a couple more victims. And oh, there is the rekindling. It is 10, but at this point now means Core may just need one more score to finish the job. And will he look to do it here with Saxiana? At least not initially. Stowaway teleports to the orb and eludes several casts there. But Core, oh, has an exile right next to the Pyre. And
That
there
was
it
strong.
is.
I don't know why I
GG.
feel so shaky. My god.
Good game.
Good game.
It is a very overwhelming experience. The canned singularity false step setup. Just the number of things that are going on so quickly. Oftentimes right in front of your Pyre, or maybe a little more of a neutral position in the middle of the arena. But either way, it is tough to make sense of and even more difficult to stop. Alright, well, let us know, chat, if there is anything we'd like to see for the next one, as Core is putting us now at the Nest of Trieste. Okay. So the arena is locked in. Is there anything else we'd like to see beyond that? Okay, hold on. We have a talisman request from Honor. Pick talismans you find the most appealing to the eye. Interesting. Okay. Okay. I'm curious to see what people think in that case. Alright, so we have talisman, we have arena. Is there anything else we're looking for here, or will that be it? Seeing nothing else, let's jump in.
The Pyre Hearts versus the Fate.
Alright, so we're at the nest,
Welcome.
and we have that talisman request.
Who shall conduct
I
the
am doing
rites?
My controller is not working.
Ooh.
I don't know if Camilo's. I don't know if like the mouse is in the way. I don't know. But I can't control.
Well,
I don't know.
You try unplugging, replugging, just see if that does anything.
Sure.
The classic strategy. Although, oddly enough, seems like we've not been doing that as much as of late. Still
I can
nothing?
pause it, but that's it. You might need to pick for me, Lids.
Okay, I mean, I can certainly do that.
Can you open the talisman box?
I am feeling.
What looks the best to you guys? Just flip to the other page real quick. Not as much stuff here, of course. I think that the best looking talisman is the scribe snuff.
Yeah, you can stay on here. You can pick Barker and give him the shooting star.
Okay.
And then do L1, R1. Should I go explosive temper, Lids?
It's up to you.
No, I will go triple jump. Go with lightning rod and triple jump.
Okay.
That's good.
Barker.
I have building talismans. What? I don't know why. I like playing with Demon. I don't know why I love it so much.
Ignatius.
Okay. Fairy Spirit Ignarius.
Then you go to the talisman. Can I choose? No. You know what? Take Frozen Soul.
Okay. On Headwind right here.
Not Headwind. Take a Crone.
Okay. Preference.
Bertrand. And then go do L1, L3, L4, and then R1.
Bertrude.
Anor, I expect, after all the players lock in their talismans, can you please give us your opinion on, your grade on how they did, for how aesthetically pleasing the talismans really are? How much you agree with their choices?
That's a hard thing to accomplish.
I mean, yeah, obviously, it's largely just personal preference. But we need to know from the person who made the request. Right, there's no correct answer, per se. There might be some wrong answers, but there are multiple correct answers.
Luminous Idol, that sounds something. Clear glass. Now wait. I don't know what to pick.
Or if you'd like, Anor, maybe an alternative approach could be whichever set of whichever team's talismans you prefer in terms of their aesthetics. Maybe that's a little bit easier to judge.
This is pretty, let's say.
Alright, so a defensive Cur setup on Rookie for Camilo.
Give me Luminous Idol on Snadra. And let's go all left side.
Full left?
Yeah, full left.
Okay. What are the third and fourth? Wait, hold on. Third and fourth column talisman? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Well, I guess maybe the easiest way to double check talismans is looking here. Over here we can see Camilo's at least. We have the Jomir's Fang with the Fairy Spirit. Core took what? Luminous Idol. The Star Splinter was this one, and the Frozen Soul was this one.
Third row.
Oh, sorry.
Infernal
Oh yeah,
Bloom.
Shooting Star rather.
That's Infernal Bloom. Third row, fourth column is Infernal Bloom. Yeah.
Oh, I thought you said third column and fourth column. But yes, this one. I didn't realize you gave both the X and Y coordinates.
Okay.
My apologies.
Now what? Would you consider the plume a pretty trinket?
That's up to you.
Yeah, it's fine.
I'll take it.
Dying Flame, Infernal Bloom, and Right Light are Nor's favorites. Okay, well, let us know then, Anor. What do you think? Oh, hold on.
Wait.
This is stable for me too.
Okay,
There you go.
true.
Okay. Ever used Infernal Bloom before?
Oh wait, he has shown us.
Glory first to the Pyre
There's
Hearts.
Core throwing in for 12 to get us started. And remember, Core started with 10 damage from his Frozen Soul. Core fakes the cast, follows up to get the orb, but then leaps over the defender and in for 30.
What a jump.
Parker banishes and then gets banished himself, does create a Moondrop, which Camilo gets here. So infinite stamina on Pamitha, at least for a little bit. And she flies over and in, and with Triesta's Plume, gets a little bit of extra damage, and at least a chance of coming back as if she had Prayer Beads, although that does not proc here. Iggy. Now banished. Kerr versus Kerr.
Oh hell.
And Core wins out. Oh, look for a second like he was trying to turn that into a throw, but his momentum took him in. Oh, and good cast from Snadra. Only to fall into the lava. Hamatha. Taruki. Taruki doesn't have time to get the throw off. Snadra. Banished here. Camilo. Hamatha. Oh, sneakily. Nearly avoided Bertrude. Oh, and Core defenseless at the moment. Opportunity here for Camilo. Oh, does he have the range? Oh no! Has to settle for the plunge. Oh, but does get the extra 5 damage out of it. And does get Pamitha back, so in truth, it was all upside there. No downside. Ziggy comes in and banishes 2 of Core's teammates. But he has it still with Barker. Kerrs banish each other. Pamitha gets shoulder smashed, though. And Snadra leaps over and in, dealing 20 damage, leeching back 10, and now Camilo. It's just 8 Pyre Life. Oh, and Core looking to take that Pyre Life. And there it is.
I need to focus.
GG.
They
Yeah,
do
GG.
deserve their freedom after all.
Dying Flame, Nutrition Stick, and Typhoon Bottle are your top 3. There are some interesting choices there. I'd be surprised to see Nutrition Stick on many people's top, or the top of many people's list. Just doesn't seem like it's as, well, I was gonna say it doesn't seem like it's as colorful, but maybe that's not true. It does still have some color to it.
Right.
Typhoon Bottle?
I don't know what are those.
No
I don't know
worries.
the names of the things by memory.
Alright, well, we'll set ourselves back here, but let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. That one was Locked In, Nest of Triesta, and Talismans that we thought were especially pretty looking. Opinions differed, of course. Is there anything we'd like for this next one, though? Not seeing anything, at least not immediately. So maybe we'll leave this one up to the players in that case. Let's jump back in.
The Pyre Hearts
Oh,
shall now face
well then.
the fate.
We find ourselves at the glade.
Who shall conduct the rites?
Can you pick Volfred for me?
Oh, right. Wait. Can you just double check? I mean, I guess it's unlikely that this is going to
Yeah,
work
I
now, but
picked the
okay.
Volfred,
Volfred, you said?
Volfred, yeah, a nutrition stick.
Alright.
This one.
I don't think this is gonna go well, to be honest.
Okay.
Just go all left side. I want to Trieste for this, but then it gonna work. Has to request things. Don't request, chat. It's not allowed.
Chat, request right now. And to be fair, it is probably too late to request anything for this match. Now that we've already locked in a couple of exiles, as Camilo
Go
takes
Tay,
Bertrand.
or Tay, whichever one you're bestowing.
Where is she? There she is.
I don't know yet. Go to the masteries. Do Ninja Savage, so L1, R1, R2, R3. And then give me a quick fling.
You mean Star Splinter?
Yeah. Quick fling as a talisman.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, quick fling
Alright.
gives it farther too, so. I'm not gonna win this match.
I really don't know what I'm doing.
Messenger in.
Give me Almer.
All right. We saw Messenger Imp from
Or do you
Camilo.
want Gareth?
Oh, what was that, Core?
Do you want me to be on Gareth instead?
I mean, obviously.
Do another Ninja Savage, same Master setup.
Okay.
And give me a Shooting Star.
Yeah, I wrote her saying Quick Fling's range bonus is arguably just as important. You don't
Yeah,
realize
yeah.
how big of a difference it makes until you don't take it.
Yeah. It's like halfway between Sling Bullet and Star Splinter.
As Camilo finishes with a speedy triple hoppin'.
Now then, begin.
Okay,
And that was an elusive and
the
awfully
perfect
quick
geometry.
Volfred.
I didn't knew that. The hell?
Now Stowaway, doing Ninja Savage stuffs. Volfred's back. This time he has stopped. Gareth trying to follow suit, and Stowaway also teleports, but she's banished. Does set up the numbing gust, at least for a minute there, as Core was defenseless. As Core scoops up the orb here with his Savage Salute, throws it in for 20. Volfred, unable to blink in this time, although the Stowaway, once again, follows up quickly with her salute.
Why I'm not thinking?
End of the ceremony. Begone, Volfred. And it is done.
I don't know what I'm doing.
The Pyre Heart prevail.
Well, that was, to be fair, a pretty crazy setup from Core. I know he was trying to make it seem like it may not have had a good chance of winning, but it was rather fast-paced, the team
Like
that
I'm
Core
not
chose
tracking
there.
what he's doing. I don't know why.
Until the stars align.
I'll do maybe one more, and then other people can join.
Alright. So heads up, if a certified Core moment. If anyone else is interested in jumping in, it looks like Core is volunteering to swap out soon.
He's getting bored.
Ow.
No. I just want you to get more matchup, different matchup.
Alright, looks like we'll have Wisty take Core's spot after this one. But let us know if there is still anything we'd like to see between these two before we make that switch. Not
Wisty
immediately
versus
seeing
Camilo
anything
was
there.
pretty good matchup in the other days,
Okay.
so we're gonna see some good rights.
Nice. Not seeing anything request-wise for this match, but for the last one between you two, though. So maybe, in that case, we will just leave it up to the players. See where we end up. That might, of course, influence their teams a bit. Oh,
The Pyre Hearts
well, it's the Isle of Kael'mar.
take on
Oh my
the
god.
fate.
And that certainly might have a bit of an influence.
Who shall
Can you pick me,
conduct
Gilman?
the rites?
Gelman.
Or scale. And then you know my standard setup with this, right?
Humor me.
No,
Professionals. that's
L1, R1, Greater Cleave, and Vigorous Slash. He doesn't know the names. You're not a Pyre man. Vigorous Slash.
Sir Gilman.
Come on, Lids. You should know better.
I'm not good with these things.
Bertrude.
Alright, it is the Legendary Talisman on... Well, actually, Legendary Talismans for both players, then.
Give me a Messenger Imp.
A what?
Messenger Imp.
Oh, Messenger Imp. Okay.
And give me actually, give me Manly.
Okay.
No, actually, give me Volfred. And take R1, R2, and then L1, and do L2.
You sure about that?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then here you can take. I don't know. What should I take? Let's go Speedy Volfred. Why not? No, not Speedy Volfred. Just give me Vengeful Vow.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh.
That's funny. Trees explode now.
What, they don't usually explode? What are you
At-
talking about?
At the end of their life cycle, they do.
Imagine that.
I
Well,
thought he was
actually,
going to do something more defensive. Now he's throwing himself to explode. Fair.
Sometimes exploding is defensive.
Defensive explosion.
Camilo will fight fire with fire, explosions with explosions, in that case.
You can give me Messenger Imp now.
Now yes.
Do L1, L3, L4. Interval, yeah. And Moonsign. And then give me Talon Crest.
Messenger Imp.
Hmm. He will shield my stuff.
Camilo going back with the legendary talisman on Pamela. In fact, has several legendary talismans, I think. As Pamela claims the orb, blocked and banished here though. Messenger Imp over one defender. Oh, and shielded to protect him from the second. Sets up a dangerous portal, but it is Camilo back in possession here. Jumps over one defender. Gets some stamina back, but blocked by the second defender. Oh, a well-placed sapling. Core, uses that portal to set up a 25 damage Imp plunge. Remember, that is a more offensively oriented Imp.
My brain is not working.
No worries. As Core throws in here for 13. Follows up with another worm throw. This one, once again, 13.
My god.
And if it ain't broke, don't fix it. This time it's 12, though. Well, the worm is gone. At least on Core's end. Camilo. Back with Gilman. Explodes, taking out all but Volfred.
Excuse me.
Core, though, gets his worm back and speeds through for another 13 damage throw. And at this point, it is theoretically possible for Core to finish it with one score. Remember, he has 25 damage potential with that Imp.
Twas but a lowly imp.
Protrude. Now Pamela as well. Pamela, huge banishment there, but then she does go down. Core eyeing the portal. Gets him to about midfield. Gets it back now. Pamela, back defensively. Harp versus Imp. Harp wins out there. But then gets banished. Imp versus Imp. Imp win, or rather, Worm versus Worm. Worm wins out, of course. Oh, and Core eludes that cast and follows it in for the win. GG.
They vastly
GG.
outperformed their adversaries.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
All right.
Alright, I'm gone. GG's.
Thanks for stopping by, Core. Good to have you.
Until the next rite.
And I think we were looking to get Wisty to jump in here, if that still works for you, Wisty.
Hello.
Hey, Wisty, how's it going?
It's going.
All right. Let me get you an invite. Let's see. Here you are. Invite sent. Okay. Now, if we could just... Well, I guess Camilo is on keyboard mouse, so Wisty, you should definitely be player one in that case. Don't think there's really any question there. Okay. Chastity today? Let me, at the very least, update this. Wisty. Get rid of Pyre Hearts. Add in the Chastity. Okay, nice. Alright, so this will be our first matchup between Wisty and Camilo today. So let us know if there's anything we'd like to see between these two. This would be Wisty's first match of the day, so up to you if a warm-up is fitting, or if perhaps we go straight into whatever type of request you guys might have schemed up. Ultimately, that is your choice. But at least at the moment, not seeing anything. So maybe we'll keep it simple for now. leave it up to the players.
The chastity shall
Oh,
now
okay,
face
we're at the book here.
the fate. Welcome.
And no requests from chat,
Who shall conduct the rites?
so this is all up to the players. Wisty will lead with a Triesta's Plume Tamitha for the extra damage potential and Prayer Beads Light potential.
Why not?
Camilo goes for the Speedy Headwind. Now extra throwing damage on Lady River for Wisty. And extra throwing speed for Manly on Camilo's side. Now, maximum rekindling on a nutrition stick Manly. That's the final choice for Wisty. As it will be a Prayer Beads Rookie in final spot for Camilo. Alright, so our first matchup of the day between Wisty and Camilo. We'll see how these two fare as Wisty gets us started with a 25 damage plunge. No Triesta's Plume proc this time, so Tamitha will not return in this round. Camilo, oh, banishes everybody,
Oh,
but does
Oh.
still need that orb,
Oh.
which is back in the opposite corner. There is the quick throw. 21 damage on that occasion. Oh, big exploding sapling. And oh, the quick throw is just short. Wisty gets back the harp just in time to make a defensive play, and at least that scoring opportunity is gone. But on that occasion, Camilo still quick enough on that throw, and from that range might have technically been unblockable. Oh, Wisty nearly getting in there with Tamitha, but not quite. And the counterattack from Camilo is quick and is decisive, scoring for 20 here.
Oh.
A series of banishments from Tamitha. Wisty makes sure that Trieste's Plume is active, gets the extra damage, but once again, no Tamitha in this round. Camilo creates the safe spot, help the sapling. Doesn't need it here, though. Everyone else was down, so time to throw that one in for 25. That means one more of those might be all that Camilo needs, except Wisty does have a, I think, took maximum rekindling, now that I think of it, on Manly. So we'll still see a second life bar, likely for both players, as both are rockin' saps. Speaking of saps, oh, that was an awfully big blink, courtesy of the nutrition stick. Nearly saw Wisty go all the way through, but instead it is the other sap scoring in the other way, throwing that in, and there is the 50 rekindling that we suspected we would see from Wisty, which Camilo is immediately trying to whittle away at with a 20 damage plunge from Rookie.
Seem to be falling behind.
Camilo getting some banishments, creating some extra space. Makes a move with Rookie, but he's blocked. Wisty, now with the worm. Stopped there. Oh, and I still thought that the sap had the orb, to be honest with you. Rookie was that sneaky. Going through the other side quickly at that for another 20 damage, but Wisty also quite quick, throwing that one in for 23 with the worm. Back with Lady River here, but she's quickly banished. Rookie over to, oh, the sap throw.
Gee.
Seals the deal. GG.
Although their adversaries put up
I'm getting a bit more of the rhythm.
There we go. Alright, well played, you two.
is complete.
Alright, and we already have a request for the next one, so let's hop on back.
Until the next rite.
Because
Sure,
Anor, Anor has turned Customize off. Is that our first one of the day?
Yes.
Are we practically an hour in without a Customize off? Or an hour of actual matches at least, with no Customize off? Because that is, I don't know, guys. I think we got to step up our game. We're better than that. Come on. But that does, of course, mean randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans won't even get to see what those things are in advance. Just going to get thrown straight into the action. Could still do a song or an arena if either of those are of interest, but otherwise, basically everything is locked in. The Imp Arena, all right. More chaos
Pure
in that
chaos,
case.
my god.
Wisty's like, I'm all for it. Alright, we could do a song. I don't know if there's any song. Well, actually, I do know that there is a song that inspires additional chaos, if anyone is so bold as to request it. Or whatever other preference you might have. Or we just leave the song random. I suppose that already does entail a little bit of chaos. Oh, now that I think of it, there's at least a couple of songs you could go for there. Go for it? Wait. Okay, but now I'm conflicted. I did have a thought at first, but then upon further pondering, a different song did start to come to mind. I choose? Okay. Well, so at first, I was thinking this. But then later, I was thinking that.
I think the first one.
You think the first one?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do that then. Did you have a particular one you were expecting, Anor? I'm guessing it was one of those two.
Okay, let's see what we got.
Shall take on.
Alright, so for Wisty, it is a sap, an imp, and a worm. For Camilo, it is a harp
Oh
and
my
2
God.
curs.
Alright. I'm quick.
Camilo does certainly have a lot of mobility here. But everyone is quickly banished. Oh, and Wisty has extra damage on that imp, able to throw it in for 25 rather than the usual 15. And we did see Wisty had the talisman that deals 10 damage, the Frozen Soul. at the very beginning of the match. That's why Camilo had just 90. I think that was on the Imp, if I'm not mistaken.
It was in the sap.
It was on the Sap? Okay.
If I were that one, I'd be rather angry. Ooh,
Misty, the throw is a little bit short. Camilo now in control with Tamitha. She's blocked though. Banishes a couple, though that does bring back Lady River.
why that
But
was
she's banished, and now that means Wisty is defenseless, at least momentarily. But then, as soon as I say that, 2 exiles do return. Oh, Blackheart on Lady River. Obviously, not a Howler on that occasion. And Black Claw on Rookie. Cursed talismans for both players. Perfect.
What is this?
Just what you wanted to see with Customize off. Black Claw, you know, probably not the best talisman for a Cur.
What does it even do? I just cannot shoot.
It means that, well, Camilo cannot cast with that Cur, but it's what? The extra stamina? Wait, is it the extra stamina, or is that the one where you keep the aura? No, it's the one where you keep the aura when you're in possession of the orb, right? Which, tends to work best with exiles who have larger auras to begin with, and that is not generally the case with a Cur. But there you go. You have a tiny little aura momentarily, and then it does shrink over time until it is completely removed. And at that point, it is all downside and no upside.
Can't you go through the world?
as per the sacred law.
Wisty sneaks through there for 15 on the Worm Plunge. Oh, as the imps are just crowding around Camilo's Pyre. But Camilo able to throw that one in for 10. Yeah, exactly, I know her.
'Tis too close to call who shall prevail.
There is the Black Claw.
Barker,
First Cur, oh well, comes back with Lucky Break.
do it.
Oh, and Wisty able to sneak in that throw for 20 damage.
Best not given to pride just yet.
Wisty able to sidestep that cast, at least the first one.
I'd never
Camilo, 2 Curs. Switches over to the other one. Oh, but they both go down. They do come back quickly from banishment, but it's actually the Harp who returns first. Tamitha. Not all that keen on hanging out next to that implosion. He does win the orb back. Goes for the throw. Oh, but it's intercepted.
good.
Luminous Idol on Palmas. Okay, so it must be Luminous Idol on Palmas, and yeah, there's the Cursed Talisman. Oh no, Wisty does have a Howler. There it is. It's a quick Howler, though. It's an awfully quick Howler. It is based on Lady River's base speed, and obviously she is a quick person, a quick worm. But it is Camilo, able to plunge here for 20.
Fire on each side burns
And we are
just
tied
as
at 30 apiece, although we do see a sap on Wisty's side may have some rekindling. I don't know if we've confirmed one way or the other based on other masters. I think we did just see
Oh,
the
so I cannot
full team
shoot.
shield and everyone down on Camilo's side. So time for a 25 damage throw. Camilo holding on with 5 Pyre life. Tamitha, however, finds her way through, and now Wisty is down to 10. So if Wisty does not have rekindling, then one score is potentially all that Camilo would need, although Camilo is now without Tamitha.
I should guess this one.
Parker gets some stamina back. Hops, but does not have a lot of momentum there. Rookie gets the orb back. Gets the stamina back. Gets banished. Now Wisty moving in.
a deftly thwarted drive.
Camilo back with Barker. Blocked. Banished. Second attempt. The other Cur also banished. Camilo at the moment defenseless. And Wisty plunges for the win.
GG.
The
GG.
stroke of fortune ought to be thanked.
Well played, you two.
Ceremony is complete.
We certainly got the chaos from that Customize off match.
Until the stars align.
Definitely delivered on that front. Alright, and we'll reset though. So let us know if there's anything you'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we'll just leave it up to the players. Core is going to put us at the spring. Okay. Anything else we have in mind for this? It is Camilo's home arena. Oh, we'll get Camilo's, or the Fates song at least. And I, granted, just went right past it. Okay. Anything else? Half expecting chat to request both players to take full Fate teams at this point.
Oh, wait, what?
Did they take the bait? Is anyone about to do that? Maybe they weren't thinking of it initially, but I might have just convinced them. Alright, fair enough. Nobody's taking that bait. Alright, looks like in that case, we'll leave the rest up to the players.
The chastity shall confront the fate. Welcome.
So that means the team composition is entirely up to the players here.
The rites.
Granted, they could voluntarily take full Fate teams if they wanted to.
What was the Fate team? Like a dog and 2 humans? Something like that?
You could go Dalbert and Ulmer are both on the Fate, and then Raji, the modded imp, is also a member of the Fate. So you could go that route, and everyone is a Fate member.
Sounds fun.
And that is legitimately a team that, unironically, we will see several people take. It's pretty popular, truth be told. Seen Phaler do that a fair bit, iRotor do that a fair bit, and others, I'm sure, as well. As Wisty goes Bright Wisp on Udmilda, I'm intrigued. Okay. It is Dalbert, a defensive Dalbert no less, so it's at least one Fate member for Camilo.
Oh, you're doing it again. We still last night did, or like a few days ago did.
Okay.
Somewhere.
Interesting. Well, it's crone number 2. Prayer beads, in that case, on Vorfrit. Sounds like these two have some experience with this matchup.
Oh, this thing existed, I forgot.
Such an accurate reaction to it. Oh, right.
I used it a lot in the campaign, I loved it.
It is fun. It's not the most practical, but it is fun.
I simply shoot in the direction of the enemy and something bounced off a wall and hit him. I liked it.
Oh, I do not remember seeing people take 3 of the same type of exile, or 3 of the same class exile while playing on the Chastity. It's a very interesting color scheme you have. It's like mango or peach. Swisty goes with Leech on Bertrude. And Camilo does go full Fate with Scribe Rock for extra aura on Raji. Okay, Crone number 1 for Wisty snakes around the defense, then passes it through the Bright Wisp. Second Crone, now third Crone down, and they do take a long time to come back from banishment, so time here for a 20 damage plunge from Dalbert. With Milda. Once again, the automatic pass. Ooh, and Wisty just misses the chance to dodge that cast. Camilo. Back with Ulmer, but he's stopped. The Crones are back, and they're back to passing it to each other. Wisty looking for an opening, but instead gets cornered. Time now for what is just a 10 damage throw because Wisty took the Stubborn Flame, reducing Camilo's damage by 10 when Camilo is in the lead, as is currently the case. And that could slow down Camilo considerably. Oh, Shooting Star, though, with a banishing throw. But now everyone down on Wisty's side, at least for the moment. Camilo not quite able to sidestep that defender. So Wisty back in control here.
Oh.
Everyone down, though. Orbit inadvertently hits the Pyre, bounces out, but still time for an 8 damage throw. Forfeit. Oh, looks for the Crone Salute, but doesn't have it. Wisty's like, wait, which one of these did I put it on? As instead it is Camilo throwing it in for 10. Camilo, now with Ulmer. Back to Raji. Ulmer again, unable to throw it in time. Wisty, 2-pronged attack. Make it 3-pronged attack. All the Crones pushing in here. Oh, but off the mark with the jump. Everyone down, and Camilo through the portal. Means plenty of time for this 10 damage throw. Wisty sidesteps the cast and jumps in for 30. But no prayer beads, so that means just 2 Crones in this round. And none at the moment. So time.
Why do I keep doing that?
At time it's 7 on the throw from Camilo. Wisty switches Crones, but then loses the Crones. Camilo. 10 damage here, and this is, as you can see, Stubborn Flame value really adding up. Buying Wisty time to do things like this. Plunge in for 30. Oh, and everyone down this time on Camilo's side. Wisty plunging for 30 now, and suddenly Stubborn Flame is no longer active as Wisty is in the lead. But it does mean that 1 score is all Wisty needs. And there it is.
GG.
GG.
The chastity prevails. The scribes themselves surely have taken note.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
Now let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to do for the next one. As that time we'd locked in the spring. We'd basically locked in everything Fate. And then, at least on Camilo's end, it was voluntarily going with a full Fate team. Oh, okay, I am sensing where this might be about to go. Because now we have Grand Ceremony, notably the Chastities theme song. Will that be all, or might there be one other component here? I mean, up to you guys, of course, but just saying. Just wanted to listen to it and meet the quota. Alright, maybe I was reading too much into it. But there is the Glade. Okay, so we go from super fate-themed match now to a super chastity-themed match. You want the Gald. True. Well, hold on. I'm getting some mixed signals here. Is there an E at the end, or is there no E at the end? Make up your mind, Core. Alright. Well, let us know if there's anything else we're looking for, or if that will be it. Is it possible to do a full chastity team setup-wise? Obviously, you have Manly. Zoxiana is chastity as well. But I don't think there's a third person, unless there's a reason you can kinda, sorta argue someone else is a member of the chastity, but I don't really think you can do that. I think the best you can do is 2. But either way, let's get back in there. And we will see what the players choose to take.
The chastity versus the fate. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
Gasp.
I think it's just Nightwings, Fate, and Beyonders is the only 3. You can... I mean, true Nightwings, you can sort of make that work. Because there are a few exiles that you can make an argument for them kinda, sorta being true Nightwings, or at least having been true Nightwings at one point in time, as Zoxiana with Titan Tooth is Wisty's first choice, so that is Chastity member number 1. Are there any others that are like that? Well, I mean, you could kind of, sort of make the case for Pyre Hearts between Gilman, Deluge, and then obviously Lady River is not actually a member of the Pyre Hearts, but it's the same setup. I mean, by that logic, you could basically make any team. So that, maybe that doesn't really count, as it's a speedy throwing Volfred on Camilo's end.
All right.
Now a Meta Vizpaleth for Wisty.
What else could fit this country?
Tamatha.
Now a Speedy Tamatha for Camilo. Now Wisty finishes with throwing damage on Deluge. Which Camilo answers with another exploding tree.
Commence.
Wisty applying pressure, although it is actually Camilo who ends up picking up the orb. Wisty gets it back just in time. Camilo, oh, quick counterattack here, plunging for 20 with one of the harps that was conveniently right next to the orb, the Pyre, as Wisty, or rather as Camilo, won back the orb. It is now Tamitha out for the remainder of this round, and both saps banished at the moment, but the saplings might have done just enough to buy Camilo some time, get those saps back. But now the issue becomes how to manufacture some offense. No harp, therefore lack of mobility here on Camilo's end.
More than enough.
With the help of the saplings, a little bit of safe spots. Owen has the quick throw, which is always a threat. That could be the key, but here is Wisty. With no one defensively to prevent that throw from going in, so 30 damage. And Vizpolef banished this time round. Zoxiana blocked. Manly unable to dodge. But Tamitha has returned for Camilo. She runs out of stamina, gets trapped over there. Now it's Wisty's turn. Banishing throw. Those saplings still doing their job, preventing Wisty from making it through here. Try as Deluge might. Oh, except look at that. Harp push, well executed. And now opportunity here for Camilo. The 25 damage sap throw. Wisty able to get that orb before the sapling was properly placed. As Camilo sets up more saplings in the middle of the arena. Establishing board control. And now moving those saps around with the help of Tamitha. Wisty back with it, not for long. A series of banishments, middle of the arena. Now just Manly, Deluge, and Tamitha returns, although she's quickly banished. Seize chance active for Wisty. Deluge, if he's quick, can get a little more damage out of this, but he does go down. Tamitha, oh, almost, but stopped just in front of the Pyre. Banishing throw from Vizpolef. Oh, usually the shields on the saps cannot block the Celestial Spike, so I take it to mean that that throw was a little bit off target then.
I almost pity what transpired there.
Here is Vizpolef back to test that theory, although she is banished by the exploding sapling.
A bit of a blunder.
Oh, and there was Tamitha pushing Manly into the defender to great effect. Oftentimes find that that strategy backfires more often than it works. On that occasion,
Oh my
it
god.
worked just fine. But there is the stun coming from Zoxiana, and it is tough to bounce back from that. But Camilo fended off the attack and now has enough time to throw that one in for 20.
The chastity's adversaries gained an edge.
Wisty nearly made it in there, but not quite. Did still stun with the Titan Tooth. Now Camilo recovers. Oh, only to lose both saps, though. harp versus harp showdown here,
That was all of
which Wisty wins out, only for the sapling to have the final say.
now go.
Tamitha once again creating a sap shield. And Harp pushing her way in, plunging for 20, and that drops Wisty down to 15. That means one score, potentially, all that Camilo might need. Granted, it's Wisty plunging here, dropping Camilo down to 30, and that means that at least Viz Paleth would have enough damage, with a full damage score, to drop Camilo down to 0, although it might have some rekindling. Not that it'll matter here, as Camilo throws it in for the win.
GG.
Their adversaries
GG.
confidently thwarted. The rite is complete.
Well played, you two. Now let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, at the very least, we'll reset ourselves back to our defaults, as we've now had a Fate-themed match and also a Chastity-themed match. Not immediately seeing anything though, request-wise. So in that case, of course, we could leave it up to the players to go with whatever they'd like. Except as soon as I say that, Wisty comes in with both an exile and a talisman request. ... The suspense is killing me. Rematch of the previous match. Oh man. Oh man. All right, do we want to add an arena to that, or do we say, whatever arena we end up on is fine?
Whatever arena is fine. I just like that team.
Oh, for some reason you are extremely quiet right now.
Oops, sorry. That's my bad.
Sorry, so what was the... Okay, wait, Anor says Will of the Scribes for the song, but I did not hear your response to that.
I don't care what arena it is.
Okay, gotcha.
I just liked the team layouts.
Okay, nice. Well, in that case, I think at this point we have basically everything ready to go. So let's jump back in.
The chastity shall
Okay.
take on
Also a relatively small arena, so it might be a somewhat similar feel to this match.
who
So
shall
the
conduct
exiles,
the rites.
masteries, and talismans are supposed to be the same as they were last time. Granted, I mean, the real question here might be, how well can people remember exactly what they took last time? Because I'm not sure I would trust myself to get absolutely everything the same. Wisty was Titan Tooth, full left side, Zoxiana. Camilo had 2 saps and a harp. With speedy throws on Volfred. And Wisty had, I believe it was a meta Viz Paleth, right? Star Splinter. Celestial Spike. Yup.
Demon.
That was Tamitha. Right, she had the extra speed. Oh, actually, hold on. Hold on, before you lock that in, you might want to switch to a different harp. Because you had a quickness penalty from that. You have a hangover on Tamitha. There you go. Now it's a quick harp.
Was it where?
Yeah, I think it was that. Extra throwing damage on Deluge. That sounds right. Or Lady River? Was it Deluge or was it Lady River?
I'm pretty sure it was Deluge because I
Okay.
took Lady River earlier.
Okay. You probably remember better than I do.
I know I had this. I know I had us. Think you want to
It's a deluge.
Alright. So Wisty's all locked in. And as I was saying, it was a second sap for Camilo.
What did it have though?
That's the question. That's the real question. What was it? You have quick
Oh, yeah.
throws. Oh yeah. You're right.
So and I did like this.
Okay, there we go. Right, so a rematch of last time, though slightly different arena this go round. We'll see how these two fare. It was a close match in the previous matchup, but it is Wisty, who was momentarily defenseless and small enough arena, as I was saying. It didn't take long for Camilo to get into throwing range, get off that 25 damage. Oh, and big exploding sapling plays there, setting up another 25 damage throw. Now Wisty in possession. Oh, nearly flew over everyone, but did set up the Titan Tooth, and therefore much easier for Deluge to hop in here for 15. Isboleth, a little bit stuck in the corner there. That means time for Pamitha to throw that one in for 20.
So fiercely fought.
Toxiana for Wisty. Stopped short. Well, Wisty defenseless at the moment. Does Camilo have enough range there? Not quite. Oh, and that's actually huge, because that gave Wisty enough time to get some people back. And then turn it into a scoring opportunity. Wisty, first to the orb. First to get banished. Isboleth passes back to Deluge. The throw is slightly wide. That means no one back to stop this throw, which is slower. It's not the quick throwing sap, but still enough time for 25 there, and Wisty does not have rekindling. So one score would be enough. Likely from any of Camilo's exiles here. Quick throw! Seals the deal.
GG.
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 You're really good with saps.
I love something.
It's not that often we see people who are big on the saps, but of course, when played right, they do have a lot of potential.
They're good with the snakes. Not the worms, the snakes.
Right.
Log champ deserved. It is warranted. GG. Well played, you two. Alright, well, let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. That time we were recreating a previous match. Well, apparently Core does, at the very least. Though I'm pretty sure we have some Volfred supporters as well. Of course, once upon a time, we did have a bit of a civil war between those two. Nor. Well, let us know if there's anything we want to set up for the next one. Otherwise, we'll just leave it up to the players. Not seeing anything right now, though, so maybe we'll just keep it simple and get the next one started. New Civil War, Exploding Manly Jr. versus Big Aura Volfred Jr.
Versus the fate.
Nah, there's not enough history there.
Welcome.
There has to be an origin story behind
Who shall conduct
why the Civil War is happening, and I'm just not feeling it there. It needs more plot, more intrigue.
Oh my god.
Not yet. Well, we'll see. It was Udmilda, I believe. Wisty's
Yes,
first
yeah.
choice there. History is their families have been fighting for generations, or at least one generation.
That's generations, for real.
What is a sap generation anyway? I feel like that could be hundreds of years.
Messenger.
Web Lanthorn Messenger Imp. Camilo did also start with an imp with a Tizo in the first
Well,
spot.
What am I doing against this? Let's see. Why don't we make Kamikaze Dog?
It's an exploding Barker. Now a leeching, saluting Bertrude. Final choice for Wisty. An extra aura size on Manly for Camilo.
Now begin.
Wisty. Bertrude. Banished. Pro number 2 goes down as well, and then Camilo quickly with his cur, plunging for 20, but is now Barkerless. Manly somehow avoided getting banished for a while there. Now Udmilda for Wisty, a wall of imps from the arena, separating the players.
Oh, huh.
Oh, and Wisty, very aggressive with that imp play, and sets up an uncontested 15 damage throw. All the imps now clustering around the middle, making it harder to get the orb. Well shielded from Camilo there. And then Camilo on the counter attack, moving in with the imp for 15 damage from that throw. And now I don't even know how you get the orb at that point. Wisty somehow found a way through and found a way in for a 30 damage
Ow.
plunge.
The fate's adversaries may as yet
Looks to do so again here perhaps, but this time Camilo gets the stop. Manly getting pushed around a little bit by those arena imps. Wisty scoops it back up. That throw is unblockable. Oh, but it was not on target. Wisty gets the rebound
Oh,
though.
man. Hold up.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm ready.
Alright.
You wanna count down or something?
Messenger imp. Back to Udmilda. Udmilda banished just before making it in. Camilo does have the portal, does use it. Big cast from Udmilda. Gets the orb now. Oh, but Barker was lurking, ready to pounce. And an opening here that Camilo is able to exploit. Time enough for a 24 damage throw. Tizo. Just elusive enough to maintain possession. And do so again here. Is blocked. Does set up a relatively dangerous portal though. But it is Wisty in possession. And now Camilo can use that portal, if that is of interest, but Wisty is eyeing it. Instead, Camilo goes the direct route here, plunges in for 20, but does not have any Barker in this round. little more room for Wisty in that case. But still not quite enough room for Udmilda. Well, Wisty defenseless at the moment. Camilo sets up a portal right on top of the Pyre.
Can I grab it?
Oh, but the orb is right next to the portal entry. Can Camilo even pick that up? Yes, but the portal's been moved. Still able to walk it in. 15 damage because of the stubborn flame. And now no Manly. Wisty. Double teamed there. Oh, but gets back a defender just in time. Sidesteps that cast. Barker, the only one back defensively. In fact, now no one back defensively. Granted, Barker did come back quickly, but not enough to stop that 30 damage Crone plunge. And now at this point, it is possible for Wisty to finish this with just one score. That being said, I believe Camilo has some rekindling. I think it might just be 10 from Manly. So I guess we'd just be talking about the initial life bar in that case. Oh, huge implosion there, creating a lot of space near Camilo's Pyre. But Camilo instead gets the orb back, goes through a portal, and finds his way through for a 15 damage plunge. And now Wisty with just 6 Pyre life. Dangerous portal for Wisty, but needs to be careful here. The low margin for error. Make that no margin for error. Here comes Camilo.
I missed.
Misses the mark though. Second attempt. Still can't make it in. Wisty just barely holding on. Goes through the portal. But only has Messenger Imp at the moment. Vanishes all of Camilo's characters, but Barker returns. He's stopped. Time now for Wisty. There's the rekindling.
Oh
it is
my
10.
God.
And now we have ourselves a sudden death match. Oh, but Wisty, did Wisty get some leech out of that? Wisty's back up to 21. Might not be enough for Camilo just to score once in that case. Depends who it is and how much damage they have. But here comes Wisty. Camilo back in possession. Does plunge. But Wisty holds on with 1. And wins the right. GG.
Great game.
And thus more
What?
Well played.
Oh
end this
my
night's
God.
proceedings.
Well, 1 life's all you need, right?
Apparently so.
It's more than 0. Sometimes that's all that matters.
Stars alive.
All right. Well, how do we follow that one up? Honor is saying she has an exiles request.
You were right, Core. I should have, but I decided to throw and I missed. Oh.
Top 3 favorite robes. Oh,
That's
Huh.
the question.
robes. Interesting. Also, there was the rekindling. There was still the rekindling. That's true. That's true. But that just made it even more dramatic.
The only reason why I picked rekindling is because I don't like picking the last one in left. I think it's so annoying.
All right, we have the exile request for your top 3 favorite robes, but that's all I'm seeing right now. That might be it. All right. Suppose in that case we'll get started.
Oh wait, I'm starting.
The chastity shall confront the fate.
All right, well, we are back at the Glade.
Welcome.
Your 3 favorite robes. Now, obviously,
The rites.
you can't quite change your robe color, although technically there's one or two ways to do that a little bit. So I think we're mostly looking at just
Rope
how
steady.
the raiment colors change a little bit from one class to the next. Now, sometimes the different classes emphasize a certain color a little bit more than other classes do. So depending on if you're looking for more of that golden yellow or that pink, like there you go, that's much more the pink in the case of the Crones. Or do you want that 50-50 split?
Choose someone.
I don't know what you're talking about, Core. I don't know what you're talking about. There is no secret robe strat. Right, well, Wisty says it's imp first. Okay, this is more of the yellow. More the yellow in that case. Hand wave. Alright, and it's a worm for Camilo. Alright, so now let's see. Where do we go from here? I mean, obviously, the correct choice is to instantly change to the true Nightwings and then take Gareth. But in the absence of that, that's what the players are working with here. Alright, so it is a Cur. Prayer beats Rookie. And it's Wisty's second choice.
Nope. I cannot do this thing. There's actually no, there's no walls. Never mind.
Yeah, if it were the usual Glade, then yeah, it probably would be a good choice, but...
This is balanced blade. Blech.
Alright, well, it's Banishing Throw Gareth, which, as I said, may not be in his usual true Nightwings colored raiments, but that is still maybe the next best thing. Sinatra is a little bit different than the other nomads.
Question: does Web Lanthorn work with Shoulder Smash?
I think with any banishment.
I'm actually not sure. I don't know.
It's your time to
Might as well
discover.
take the time to find out then.
Time to make science.
Yeah, exactly. Only one way to find out.
Cassandra.
Core says, I imagine so.
Nice moves. Let's see. I like the deep purple. This one has.
Yeah, that might be the deepest purple. Cue smoke on the water.
That's a good. Oh my god.
Only thing that the web lanthorn doesn't work with is sapling banishments because it's considered its own separate thing.
Fair.
Okay. Okay.
Who is giving this knowledge?
This is Core saying this.
Good.
So, you know, interpret that however you will. That was... Oh, well, you didn't have any exiles banished. That didn't really tell us anything from that shoulder smash. We'll have to keep an eye on that.
Positively brutish.
As now everyone except Snadra is banished. Orb ends up in Snadra's clutches, although she is banished soon thereafter. Camilo. Gareth. Oh, straight into that cast. Snadra. Oh, and Camilo with the throw. Does he have the range?
The orb is up.
Raji goes straight in, plunging for 15. He's now gone for this round.
The orb.
Snadra, she's banished, and now Wisty is defenseless, at least for the moment. Oh, with Seize Chance active,
No log in
that's 25 damage from that worm throw.
Perhaps the scribes are favoring
I wanted to
the fate.
explode. Okay.
Oh, but meanwhile, Wisty sneaking through for 20 damage Cur Plunge.
Show of strength from the fate's opponent.
Snadra banishes a few, but in the meantime, Camilo goes with a worm throw. It's a little bit short. Rookie by himself gets the extra stamina, and
My
that
God.
is just what he needs to find his way in here. This time, Camilo with the interception. Gareth.
But how?
Gilman comes back.
Wilfred banished.
Oh, and Wisty may or may not have someone hanging out on top of the pyre. However,
So give
Camilo
this game
is able to throw that one in for 25.
now to the flame.
That Raji play there, he was just blending right in, hanging out on top of the pyre for a second there. Camilo back with Gilman, though. And back with another throw, this time just the usual 15.
Show of strength from the chastity's rivals.
Wisty's throw intercepted, although Camilo, would have lost everyone, but Gilman makes his valiant return.
Oh my
But
god.
then his return becomes not so valiant anymore,
Fire.
as Snadra able to throw it in for 20.
Chastity seem to want their freedom more.
Wolfred inches closer, although senses it might not be the safest time to do that. Oh, Wisty through the portal.
Doused to the adversary.
Plunges for 20, and now Camilo down to 5. I assume does still have some rekindling, but we're about to find out. It is 10.
Kept the flames
So
alive.
Camilo holds on, but one more hit. That might be all that
Ah, no.
Wisty needs here. As Camilo at this stage would likely need 2, possibly even 3.
The orb is up.
Wisty,
What is this
quick
guy doing?
maneuver, sets up the winning throw.
The chastity prevails.
GG.
Their pyre burns, whilst that of their adversaries is but ash.
Well played, you two.
The rite is done.
I don't know if I really want to give this further thought. So Manley Jr. really is independent? Let's not go there.
Until the next rite.
Well played, you two, though. Let's head on back and let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. Oh, Wisty, I feel like you might be talking again, but once again, very quiet.
No, that wasn't me.
Oh, okay, never mind. I made it up then.
I heard what you. I heard it though.
Okay, I'm not going completely
Someone
crazy.
said something.
But, okay. No worries. No worries. Alright, well yeah, let us know if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. Otherwise, we could just leave it up to the players. That works too. But I'm not seeing anything. So in that case, I think we'll just jump back in here.
Chastity shall now face the fate.
And we're back at the nest.
Welcome.
Now, I'm not sure if we've been here
Who shall
with
conduct
these
the
two,
rites?
Wisty and Camilo, before. That's true. If there is anyone else who's interested in hopping in, let us know. Oh. Heads up, you probably want to use a different imp. Raji has the hangover effect. He just has 2 quickness. I mean, unless you want to have an imp with 2 base quickness.
Extremely powerful.
It's the secret strat.
It's unpredictable speed.
Yeah. No, instead it will be an auto-passing super portal Tizo.
Uh-huh.
Which Camilo answers with a speedy Jodariel. Prayer beads on a relatively speedy Pamitha, or at least as speedy as you can get without the Tailwind Crest. Camilo goes power casting Snadra. Oh, did we ever answer that question about whether the shoulder smash plus web lanthorn works?
I'm pretty sure it did.
Okay. I think we were pretty confident it would.
Yeah.
It worked in like the first 5 seconds. There you go.
Sandra.
Okay, now is my chance.
Oh, it's true. Camilo's been waiting for the right opportunity to finally break it out.
I genuinely think I've never run against this talisman ever.
Sure.
Well, there it is. The Kaelmer's Anklet on Almer. We'll see how it does. It is not often taken, but it is a fun one. As, meanwhile, Jodariel goes on a banishing spree, but then gets stuck on the rock. And that might have, well, almost slowed her down enough to prevent her from scoring, but Camilo was still able to make it in there.
Into the adversary's flame.
That's one way to get a Bright Wisp pass.
Hi.
Ooh, Camilo does just enough to avoid banishment there, although then lands in the lava, gets banished anyway.
Splendid.
And Wisty ends up plunging in for 20.
Hi.
Jody blocked there. Wisty now in possession, and oh, sneaks in that throw.
Shall the chastity press their luck?
Jody
perhaps?
back with it here. Knocks back one defender, but then banished by the second. Oh, but Camilo brings Jody back. She did not want to receive that pass, though. Eventually she does, and eventually she does score with it.
The Fate's Pyre now burns relatively brighter.
Snadra just barely avoids banishment, and Almer able to line up the throw. Good for 20, and that drops Wisty down to 20. So one more of those, potentially all that Camilo needs here. Wisty applying some pressure here of the harp variety.
Too slow there, Pamathon.
Jody brings back Snadra. Here is Snadra. Now back to Jody.
And it is done.
Finishes the job.
GG.
The Fate prevail.
GG.
It's such a well-conducted victory it was.
Well played, you two.
The rite is complete.
Do anyone else want to hop in?
Yeah, did anyone else want to hop in? As we were starting to say, these two have been going for a little while now.
Until the stars align.
Honor could jump in a match or two. Okay, but you need a little bit of time first, it sounds like. If I'm interpreting that correctly. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so in that case, well, I mean, let us know if anyone else wants to get in, of course. But it sounds like maybe we can get Honor in just a little bit. We could, of course, also swap someone else in if anyone else is interested. And just to check in on you two, Wisty and Camilo, are you two good to stick around for a little while longer, or do either of you really need to go at this point?
I'm fine, same.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine too.
Okay. Alright, so in that case, maybe we have you two go for another match or two, and then we'll get Honor in for a little bit. Core could get back in as well. Okay. So yeah, we could potentially, you know, if you guys want to swap out in a little bit, we could either do a double switch and get both Honor and Core back in, or if one of you wants to still play a few more matches, then we could do one of you two against Honor. Because Core was going earlier today. Right, we could get a little clever, stagger things a little bit. We could get creative, depending on how it plays out. But sounds like either way, we're probably looking at still at least one more between Wisty and Camilo here. So if there is anything we'd like to see between them, this might be our last chance to make that happen. We might have one more after this between them before we get someone else in, but if there's anything we really want for Wisty plus Camilo match, let us know. Or maybe the answer is, hey, just let them take whatever they want, because we're getting some good matches here, and you know what? That is fair. That is fair. Oh?
The chastity
The boat.
I was gonna say, thought I heard some water for a second there.
come.
I have something.
Who shall
I have an
conduct
idea.
the
Oh.
rites?
Alright, I'm intrigued. We had, what, one random boat fairly early on, and was that the only boat we've had today? Or we had multiple?
I haven't been on the boat yet.
Yeah, I think I had one against Score in the boat.
I remember there was the one where Core went all worms,
Yeah, it was in this map, yeah.
but was that was the only one though? It might have
I
been.
think. Was the first match.
Oh, the very first match. Okay, so yes, it has been a while. Perhaps we are overdue, as Wisty goes prayer beads on Bertrude. Sounded like Camilo has a particular plan in mind.
Messenger.
Oh, it's Kerfang on Messenger Imp, so definitely some offensive intentions there with Messenger Imp.
So the lantern, like the sap from any sapling, does not like affect the lantern. It doesn't revive people.
Apparently it doesn't.
That's what Core's knowledge says.
That's what Core's saying, yeah.
Udmilda.
Okay.
Typhoon Bottle on Udmilda, second choice for Wisty.
And
Tamatha.
Hamatha, next choice for Camilo. A lot of crones at the moment on this side of the arena. Which Wisty combines with a Leeching Ignarius in the final spot.
Volfred.
And Mooncrest on Volfred, final choice for Camilo. And here we go. A few crone banishments. Oh, as somehow Iggy and Pamitha kind of just gave each other a hug and neither one got banished. At least not initially. Somewhat dangerous portal for Camilo. Wisty keeping an eye on it. A little hard for Camilo to get the orb without going through the portal, as we just saw there.
I think I can make an even better portal.
There goes old Bertrude.
Well, now that portal is basically right on top of the Pyre. The problem now becomes, can Camilo get the orb? Yes. And there is, oh right, took Kerfang and extra damage on that imp, so that was a perfectly viable option for Camilo to score with. Even if usually we are not all that accustomed to seeing offensive imps.
Okay, that's weird.
Right now, oh well, it was just Volfred, but he does come back quickly, courtesy of that Moon Crest. That certainly helped Camilo defensively there. Ametha's fell swoop gets rid of one defender. Oh, and then speeds past the others.
The Fates seem to want their freedom more.
Now Wisty, oh, a little too eager with Ignarius there. Messenger in. Blocked. Banished. Ooh, and then Exploding Sapling banishes one of Wisty's crones. And banishes all of Wisty's characters now, however, did take the Typhoon Bottle. So it's slow, and it is too slow for Camilo. And Wisty counters. The 30 damage plunge here was looking awfully dire on Wisty's end, but turns it into a scoring opportunity. And capitalizes on that opportunity no less. But now Wisty once again defenseless, but that is where the Typhoon Bottle comes in. Wisty predicted that might happen. Does have a lot of exiles with long banishment times. The Typhoon Bottle has already perhaps made itself worthwhile. Anything from here on out may just be bonus for Wisty's team. Here comes Camilo and has that portal very close to the Pyre, and once again, that imp, perhaps more than any other exile, is Camilo's preferred scorer. But there's Wisty with a quick attack. 30 damage there.
The chastity are now favored to prevail.
Iggy. Oh, make that Camilo actually coming in, at least briefly, with Messenger Imp to take that orb. Iggy wins it back now, though. And threads the needle with that throw. It's 18, so Wisty does cut it a little bit short. But it means one score is potentially enough for Wisty to at least get rid of the initial Pyre life. Of course, Camilo does have a sap, and therefore may very well have at least a little bit of rekindling. Wisty looking to test that theory here, although Camilo not all that keen on letting Wisty in. Oh, and Camilo very close there, does now have a dangerous portal, but Wisty's back in possession, and does score here. It is 10 for the rekindling. So Camilo now on the second life bar, one score, presumably all Wisty would need. Not coming from that attack, though. Orb remains unclaimed. Camilo gets rid of all Wisty's defenders. The Typhoon Bottle is active. Is Wisty fast enough on the exiles coming back? Perhaps not. Oh, except Iggy's return is not enough to stop Camilo's plunge here. Camilo does still need more, though. Now he is without Pamitha. Camilo is once again eyeing getting that imp close enough to at least set up a portal, if not plunge in directly for 33, and Wisty now holding on with 5. A sudden death match once again. Next score for either player would almost surely do it. And there it is.
The fate prevail.
Well played,
They
you two.
somehow managed to scrape by despite their adversaries' efforts.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
All right. Well, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And we were talking about potentially getting Anor in for a little bit. Anor, do you still need a little bit more time, or are you ready to go? You can hop in? Alright, nice.
Okay.
Alright. was gonna say, I think both players were volunteering to swap out there. Someone has already done so. Looks like it was Camilo. So, Wisty, if that works for you,
Alright.
then I suppose we will have you face off for a little bit against Anor here. And thanks for stopping by, Camilo. Good to have you. Good games. Alright, now, let's see. I'm assuming, Anor, you're probably going to be going on controller today, in which case there is a question of who is player 1 and who is player 2. Looks like that's Anor player 2? Okay. Alright, gotcha. Let me just update this stuff. That's Anor. And that is no longer the Fate. Because it's the Nightwings. Okay, nice. So obviously Wisty's been going for a while now, but this is Anor's first match. And so of course, Anor immediately activates Customize Off on herself. Because there really is no better way to warm up, right? Alright. So randomized exiles, masteries, and talismans. Won't even see what those things are in advance. Just gonna get thrown straight into the action, and Anor would not have it any other way.
The chastity shall
Okay,
take
it's the
off.
Cairn.
The
For Wisty, it's
Nightwings.
Crone, Sap, and Worm. For Nor, it is Demon and a double Cur. Ooh, that seemed like extra casting distance to me. Or maybe, no, it was a power cast. Oh, Blackhoof. Anor has Blackhoof on one of those Curs. So that's, you know, a thing. It is that one. It is Barker, who cannot pick up the orb. And it is Wisty, plunging in here for 15 with a worm. No prayer beads on Lady River, though. She is now gone for this round. Well, that's Iggy, even though it might look very much like Jodariel. So it is Iggy here doing the plunging for 30 damage. He also does not have prayer beads. Now he is gone, although this round will be quite short, as Wisty quickly plunges for 30 with a Crone. But now Udmilda is gone, as we are getting a very fast-paced match. Yuki can't squeeze through. A Luminous Idol, I think we just saw on Palmas, so he'll get full stamina when he picks up the orb, and it's interesting. Deliberately throwing the orb at an exile, an opposing exile that you know cannot hold said orb. That doesn't stop Anor from plunging in here with a different exile, granted. Once again, it's Ignarius. Wisty looking to answer in a similar way here with a Crone plunge or throw, but not enough time to make that happen. Wait, is that a... Wait a second. Does Anor have 2 Cursed Talismans?
I do.
Yeah, I thought I saw an aura on that Cur.
Sorry.
That's 2 Curs with 2 Cursed Talismans. The Cursed Curs. That one can't pick up the orb. The other one can't cast. So Nora just needs to be really mindful of which one she has, because they can do exactly the opposite role, and cannot do anything when it comes, well, nearly anything when it comes to the other Cur's role. Wisty's throw, that looks short. Alright, well, everyone's down. That is the right Cur for Nor, but it is not fast enough. And she does win the orb back right next to the Pyre, so she is able to throw it in here for 15. Is that Speedy Iggy?
That has black claw is from the right side.
Oh, look at that. We have some rekindling for Wisty, so Wisty's still holding on here. One more score, presumably all that Anor would need here. Wisty, however, did not have the orb on that occasion.
Into the adversary's flame.
Moving in. Lady River. Oh, and Flame Leech. Not a ton of value on a 13 damage throw, but it is something. Gets Wisty back up to 17.
Glorious.
Oh, and Gertrude, or rather Udmilda, in a dangerous position, wins back the orb and follows up with a plunge. And now at this point, we are tied at 17 apiece, and which is potentially enough for either player to finish it with one score. Worms and Kerr throws the likely exceptions to that. Here is a worm. Here is a throw.
With force of
It's
will.
the full 15 damage, so Nora holding on with 2. Wisty does leech back some Pyre life, so now sitting on 25. Would still be low enough for Ignarius to finish with 1 go, but it is Wisty asking the questions now. Goes in for the throw,
It is done.
and finishes the job.
The chastity prevail.
GG.
A rite conducted with aplomb.
Well played, you
So
two.
my black
The rite
cloaker
is
was
ended.
alright side, so he couldn't cast. But
Oh,
he
no.
was about casting. Wonderful.
Oh.
Until the stars align.
2 cursed talismans is rough, especially as Nora just said, if your exile is spec'd to be casting oriented and they are not allowed to cast. That's pretty difficult to work with. Alright, but we'll turn Customize back on, unless, of course, that's something we want to see for the next one as well. Let us know if there is anything we want to see for the next one. Core is going to put us at the ridge. Okay. And, okay, I see what's happening here. Song request for Surviving Exile. Recreate. Oh, hold on. And Exiles 2, I have a feeling where this might be going. Kerr, Nomad, Demon. Any order. Okay. I have a sense that Core might have been looking for a specific Kerr, specific Nomad, specific Demon. Didn't specify, so it is up to the players, but there might be a particular set he had in mind. 1 Mastery. If it wasn't clear, we are more or less recreating what is it? Technically the first, or by some accounts, maybe the second match of the campaign. Interesting. Okay. So a throwback, if you will, in that way. Alright, well, let's get started.
The chastity versus the night winds. Welcome.
Okay, so it is
Who
Kerr,
shall
Nomad,
conduct
Demon, but
the
you can take them in whatever order you want. Only 1 Mastery, which may also have some implications on talisman selection.
And only 1 talisman that we can pick.
Oh, I missed that. That late addition there. Only 1 talisman you can pick. Okay, that is also very significant. Some hard decisions are going to have to be made in that case. This will be a talismanless Snadra as the lead for Wisty. There aren't that many choices when it comes to the masteries. I think at this point the biggest question is, who ought to have that talisman? And Enor commits it to Jody here for the extra speed. Just came back from the grocery store, says Camilo, missing the most interesting rites. Well, this one is basically recreating what is basically the first rite of the campaign. So, Demon, Cur, Nomad. Only one mastery per character and only one talisman in total for the entire team. And as I was saying before, it is a lot trickier picking the talisman when you have less masteries to work with. The stuff that you might usually take might not be nearly as effective as it would typically be on a fully spec'd character. So with all those types of compromises in mind, what makes the most sense here? Because you can only take one. And both players choose to go with the demon as the talisman recipient. One went with speed, the other went with presence.
Headwind.
So now you would think at this point it gets a lot more straightforward. We know what that last character is going to be for both players. We know it's just one choice to make. Mastery-wise.
Rookie.
That's about it.
Rookie.
Alright, so here we are, recreating
Commence.
the first rite of the campaign. Very limited abilities and only one talisman for both teams. How do they make do? Well, it's Enor getting started with a headwind plunge.
Entity's flame. Now to the flame.
Now Ruki for Wisty, he's able to make it in. But I think both players went with the double jump rather than the extra damage for the curse, so only going to be 15 from those two. Ooh, and Jody really looked like she was about to get banished there, but avoids doing so and is therefore able to plunge for 30. Here's Iggy. Oh, but he's taken out. Ruki gets the stamina back, able to jump, but it's still blocked. The other Ruki nearly makes it in there. Iggy gets taken out as well. Headwind, close, and does make it in. Plunging for 20 here. And that means Enor is technically in range with one Jody plunge, and here is Jody. But she is banished. Now Ruki, a little bit lonely here. But he is able to make it in. That 15 damage now means that any of Anor's exiles would theoretically have enough, barring a quick throw.
All banished.
But now Anor's defenseless, so time for Rookie,
Fire of
and he'll plunge for Wisty. That means now Wisty is down 1 exile.
That's it.
Jody, banished. Now Snadra against Hedwyn. Snadra trying to escape,
Oh,
but she's blocked and banished. Anor has Hedwyn near the Pyre. Oh, but Wisty gets someone back, and yet Hedwyn able to jump over the defender and in.
GG.
GG.
their adversaries must be crying tears of shame.
GG.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
Well played, you two. Alright, and let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
Did Core want to hop back in?
Yeah, Core had expressed some interest in getting back in, which I know, Core has played earlier today, but it was not against Anor, and it's been a little while, so I think that's okay to get you back in at this stage if you're interested. Although I suppose I should, first of all, I should open up the invitation. If there is anyone else who has not yet played today who would like to do so, of course, would love to get you in that case. If not, then of course we can get Core back in. So I guess just let us know if there is anyone who has been waiting for an opportunity to get in on the action, who has not yet been able to do so. Okay, but I'm not seeing anyone other than Core, so in that case, I think that should work. So, in that case, Wisty, if you want to swap out, we should have someone who can take your spot here.
Alright, cool. Thanks for the rights.
GG's.
Thank you too.
Good to have you. Thanks for stopping by, Wisty. Have a good night. Alright. Let's get Core back in that case. And in the meantime, we have several things to reset. Is that everything? Oh, and that too? Okay. Well, of course...
It's Chastity.
You're gonna stay Chastity? Okay.
Yeah.
Of course, Core was playing earlier. This is not his first match of the day. So he's ready for whatever you want to throw at him. And Anor, of course, it's been going for a little while now as well. So let us know if there is anything we'd like to see for this one. Otherwise, obviously, we could just have the players take their preferred teams, or we could turn Customize off. We could always do that. True. I was gonna say, it's kind of hard to be more unlucky than you were last time. So, surely... oh dear. Well, maybe we're tempting fate here. Maybe Nora's going to get all 3 cursed talismans and is going to somehow find a way to get even more suboptimal cursed talisman setups. But there's only one way to know for sure, and that is to get started. Did I hear imps? I did hear imps. Alright, for Core, it's Kerr, it is Sap, and Crone. For Anor, Kerr, Nomad, and Harp. Alright, well, Anor's Kerr can pick up the orb. So that's saying something, given what happened last time. Here comes Core, though. With his Crone, although dispossessed just before making that jump toward the Pyre. Has it back with Bertrude, though. Anor, momentarily defenseless, does just enough to dissuade Core from getting close enough to pull off that throw. But now Anor, once again defenseless here, does get rid of that Crone, but instead Core follows up with a 20 damage Kerr plunge. Core first to the orb here with his Crone, though pushed away. Anor Nor looking to hop through, but instead blocked and lands in that sapling aura, which Nor can now get rid of using her harp. Only to then later end up accidentally in that sapling aura. Ooh, and Nor sacrifices Snadra to prevent that throw from going off. This throw, however, does land. It's 25 damage there. Is that because of a quicker release on the throw, or is that because that says something about what Core's masteries are on that throne? He follows up with 19 damage there. That drops Nor down to 26, which might be enough, depending on if Core does potentially have access to 30 from his crone. But he does get 18 off on that throw. Now Nor at just 8, and at this point certainly anything would do for Core. Oh, he is banishing throws on his cur, it turns out, and uses that to get the win.
This time, I must admit.
Well played, you two.
Thus end this night's proceedings.
GG. Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And we'll reset ourselves here, but let us know if there is anything else we would like to see. Otherwise, of course, we could just have the players take whatever they want. That does also work. And not seeing any requests here, so sure, we'll go with that.
The chastity shall
Okay, we're back at the
take
nest.
on the night wings. Well,
And now there is a particular setup that has been quite common for, I feel like these two in particular, whenever they face off against each other in this arena. It's a power casting Snadra in the first spot. That is
Really?
not necessarily what I was thinking of.
I don't know.
As Nor goes quick throwing ninja stowaway.
I don't know what you're referring to. Care to enlighten me?
Well, I might do so once both players have locked in their teams. As Core goes Volfred with, was that a Typhoon bottle?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Typhoon bottle on Volfred, gotcha. A little bit of rekindling as well to go along with that. As Nor goes Thorned Knot on Pamitha as the second choice. Core changes his mind. Sets up an offensive messenger imp in his last spot. As Nor will lock in her second harp with a Titan Tooth Tamitha. Alright, so here we go. For what it's worth, there was only one exile of the variety that I was expecting for this match, and it is the one that just scored. The Stowaway throwing it in for 20 there. Causing some trouble with that salute, although Core in possession using that sap shield to help facilitate Snadra's plunge for 20. I believe she had some leech as well. Yeah, Core now up to 90 Pyre life, so net 30 value on that Snadra plunge he had a minute ago. And does have extra damage on that imp, so it's 25 on that occasion. Stowaway, oh, not quick enough on that occasion. Banished before she could do anything with it. Snadra jumps over the cast, and the shield, once again, well-timed, helping her get in for 20 damage plunge, leech back 10 more. Stowaway. Oh, gets rid of most of the defenders there, and therefore is able to throw that one in. Stowaway, trying to get back at it here, although she's quickly banished. Snadra banished as well, though. But remember, Core is fine, scoring with that imp. Does so here via a throw. And one more score, potentially all that Core would need, but it is Honor doing the scoring on this occasion. It's another Stowaway 20 damage. And as it is here as well. And the Stowaway is quick, as Honor is demonstrating both with the teleport and with the throw. Though on that occasion, Core able to stop it. When everyone gets banished. Hamatha. Now back to the Stowaway. Oh, who was about to do some ninja strats, but was banished before it could happen. Snadra under the defender and in for the winning plunge. GG.
Such a well-conducted victory it was.
Well played, you two.
The rite is done.
Alright, now let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see for the next one. That one was entirely up to the players. Now, granted, I think it may be getting late enough that this might end up being our penultimate, right? Yeah, it's getting late for Nor. Yeah, no worries, no worries. Why don't we make this the penultimate right then? We'll have this be the last one in which we'll take requests from chat if there is anything you guys still want to see. And then we'll go into the Liberation right after that. So if there's anything you've been holding out on, just been waiting to go for. Oh, okay, Honor is choosing a song and says that it's Core's choice, actually. Core will go Knights of the Sea, okay. Anything else, or are we just looking at a song here? Seems like that's it. So let's get going.
The chastity.
Okay, we are back at the Glade. We've been here a lot today.
Welcome. Who shall conduct?
Well then. Core leads with the exploding Gilman. Do you? Whatever could it be? They don't know. They don't know, chat. Well, then again, Core has thrown the occasional curveball today, so who knows? Maybe whatever it is that Honor is anticipating might not actually come to pass. I like how Honor minimized the cursor movement there and seemingly selected 3 different masteries without moving it at all. Speedrun strats. That's the key. Alright, as Core goes Ashen Coal on Snadra. Now Titan Tooth on Rookie. And Core finishes with a leeching Bertrude. Interesting. Very interesting. Playing mind games, huh? Trying to be a little bit unpredictable. This is all part of an elaborate ruse. As Nor goes Mooncrest on Pamitha as the final choice, and we will see how these two fare here, as it seems as though the team that Anor was expecting Core to play and the team that Core actually chose are perhaps quite different. But it is Anor getting us started with a 20 damage plunge, so maybe she is unfazed by this curveball, as she is now following up with another 20 damage here.
The Nightwing's Pyre burns
Core,
for now.
was going to throw until he didn't, and instead now gets 30 damage and 15 leech, so I suppose that is a trade-off that Core will absolutely take.
Best not given to pride,
And
just
Core,
justice.
first to the orb here, and able to throw it in for 12. Rookie. Blocked, although the Titan Tooth does slow Core down here and allow Anor to plunge in here for 20. But no prayer beads on Pamitha. Now she's gone. Stowaway's throw intercepted, but Stowaway's still over there and does, on this attempt, get the 20 damage throw in. Stowaway again. This time, she and Deluge, or rather, Gilman, banish each other. Series of banishments there in the middle. Core not quick enough on the Bertrude throw. So now Anor back in possession, loops around a bit with Rookie. Titan Tooth does stun. Oh, was that a stunning claim to counter the Titan Tooth? Interesting. Gilman on one side, Bertrude the other. Bertrude was the real threat. She's the one who plunged. Drops Nor down to 29. That means one more of those could potentially be all the Core needs. Granted, Bertrude is now gone for this round. Snadra. Gilman brings her back. Snadra causing some trouble here, but is back with Gilman and sees chances active. So that's 25 damage. And at this point, anything would do for Core. Will it be Bertrude? With that throw, oh, Anor just barely able to stop it. Anor is perhaps not all that keen on actually using that throw. Snadra, quickly rushed down by Rookie. Here is Rookie. Titan Tooth stuns the defender, and that buys Anor some time. Oh, but Core gets Snadra back just in time. Snadra brings back Bertrude. Here is Bertrude. Her throw would have been unblockable, but she couldn't get it off in time. Rookie is still hanging out next to Core's Pyre. Stowaway again. Looking for the angle. Couldn't find it there, though. Gilman's throw finishes the job.
The chastity prevail.
GG.
Perfectly agreeable performance overall.
Well played, you two.
The rite is ended.
All right. Well then, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
Maybe they have some sort of arrangement. They're just keeping it on the down low. Alright, well, I think it is time now I think it is time. We will set ourselves up. Oh yeah, didn't you know Dirty Deal is the new Liberation Rite song? No. Fall of Solium, sermon intro on, and we'll go, I assume, Nightwing's version, Anor, rather than the old version we usually go for, Beyonders, right? Yeah? Okay. Alright, so in that case, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. No requests from chat for this one, just having both players take their preferred teams to finish things off in style. So without further ado, let's go.
Exiles, welcome to the Fall of Solium. You now have this chance to prove yourselves. Only the righteous shall emerge victorious. The chastity stand prepared. Nightwing, stand prepared. Who shall strive for freedom?
Alright, so as we said, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite, so no requests from chat for this one. Both players just taking their preferred teams. And in fact, I think this might be our first and only match at the Fall of Solium today. I don't recall us being here earlier. It's a bit of a rarity. Or we'll start with the Speedy Jodariel. Or we'll go quick throwing ninja stowaway. Core goes Web Lanthorn on Messenger Imp. Anor will go with a Power Casting Headwind. Or now with a Saluting Prayer Beads Pamitha in the last spot. As Anor goes Speedy Pamitha, that is. Alright, well, as we were saying, this is our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. Core on the left representing the Chastity, Anor on the right representing the Nightwings. Best of luck to you both. there it
The
is.
chastity proved their worth.
GG.
Their adversaries they defeated utterly.
Well played, you two.
Thus ends the liberation rite.
And as we were saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites today, and everybody who gave us the requests in chat as well. With that being said, I'm gonna hop out of Discord, but I will catch you guys next time. Alright, and I believe both Anor and Core I saw hop out of remote play. Yes, they did. Alright, let me just throw this screen on right here. But thank you all for watching. As I was saying, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. So thank you everybody who participated in the rites and everybody who gave us the requests in chat as well. This was, of course, Pyre Community Rite Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining the Rite Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these Rite Nights. My streaming schedule is Fridays, we are doing Mass Effect Andromeda multiplayer, Saturdays, Mass Effect 3 multiplayer, and then obviously Sundays, Pyre multiplayer. Lids Vids on YouTube as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch it there as well. Also mixing in some Hades 2 early access videos, and some Helldivers 2. Just was recording some of that earlier today, so should be getting back to posting some of that stuff too. Eyeing some the First Descendant stuff in the near future, although that isn't releasing in full until July 2nd, I think is the date, so keeping an eye out for that, but not just yet. Going to be something we're throwing into the rotation. But other than that, if you haven't done so yet already, of course, you can also hit the follow button so you get a notification for when I go live. You can also follow me on Twitter at LidsVids. I post there when I go live as well, but actually the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is by joining my Discord, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. But that's going to be it for me for tonight, so thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream, and I'll catch you next time.